My work, it focuses on public health, and particularly around how food environments and the places that people live shape their well-being. I lead a lot of research and evaluation projects. I work really closely with people who make policy, a lot of our local partners and our communities. And what we do together is try to make our work lead to real change. Um, I've worked on an awful lot of different and interesting research projects over my career, and I've published a lot of academic papers. I've been able to contribute to things that are a little more wide-ranging, like the Hungry for Change report, which recently looked at how we could address food insecurity in the north of England. The biggest inspiration in my career has really come from the people behind the projects, behind the data. So think people like families, communities, and people who live with the reality of the kind of work that I do. So I find that keeping in mind the real experiences behind research really reminds me why the work that we do and the evidence that we produce matters. Outside of that, I've also been very much influenced by people I've previously worked with, so my previous line managers and other leaders in research that I've worked with, interestingly, most of whom have been women. And the people that I've really enjoyed working with have really modelled kindness, integrity, fairness, and promoted those things as strengths in research and leadership. So working in academia as a woman, and as I've worked part-time for quite a lot of years actually, while raising a family and while also doing other jobs, it's not always been straightforward or easy. I think there are a lot of assumptions made about availability, about my ambition, and about how visible people are willing or able to be. I've tried to navigate this by being, I'm really clear about the boundaries, how I work, where I work, and really trying to stay and live within my values, building supportive teams where everybody's available and available to work flexibly, and where it's viewed as being an asset, not a limitation. It's something that I've really tried to promote in the teams that I lead and also work within. You don't need to have a straight line as a career path. The career path that I followed, when I look back at it so far, it's been filled with really interesting detours, and each route might not have seemed like an obvious choice at the time, but it's managed to teach me, and I've managed to learn from it something new and something really valuable. So I think advice would be, no matter what route you take, hold on to your values, do the best to do that you can. Try to find allies who lift you up, who you are confident would speak your name in a positive way if you're not in the room with them, that they would bring you along with them. Really try not to worry about voicing an opinion or taking up space in rooms where decisions get made. I think it's really important to believe that your lived experience, the compassion that you bring, and your perspective, they're all really valuable parts of what makes you you, and your expertise.